Las Vegas. And I just got invited, actually, to co-host a race as part of a big boat race in San Diego. The Hydro Games, I've kind of mentioned a little bit. So Ronnie Feiss is actually a director of hydro flight for the Hydro Games. And he actually just called me the other day, and they're expanding. The people that run the venue are giving them a little bit more leeway or some more room to grow their side of the event. So they're kind of attached to a boat race that's been going on since the 70s or 80s. It's like the 30th or 40th annual boat race. They've been doing the Hydro Games attached to this boat race as kind of an addition. And now they'd like to bring in MotoSurf and some other things, the EvoJet maybe, and start hosting kind of like some subdivision racing along with the boat races and along with the performances and the shows and anything and everything that has to do with water sports, part of Hydro Games, but attached to this big boat race. So huge venue in San Diego, tons of people watching, lots of thrilling things going on. And, we just got invited to be a part of that. So
nice.
It's awesome. Again, that's a little outside of my backyard, San Diego. I've actually been all over California, never been to San Diego, but with the proper people involved and planning, I think it's in September, so we're gearing up to maybe actually host a race. It could be like this September,
nice.
Like a one-day exhibition race. We might do like a practice race at Outlaw Challenge, and then that race be kind of like what we try to pull off at the Hydro Games in San Diego in September.
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
So we'll see. But,
San Diego's beautiful, man.
I'd love to go. Yeah,
yeah. No, it's the thing. Well, first of all, the one thing about when you go to San Diego is you instantly start looking at real estate magazines, and then of course then you get a reality check, and then probably not going to move here. Yeah. And then the other thing is, I remember one year I was there. My sister lived there for many years, so that's why I've been there a few times. Okay. I remember seeing like there was like a notice, about the World Series on a lamp, just taped up to something on a street. And my takeaway was, man, it has not rained here probably in like 2 months, but I'd still be taped to a lamp pole or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it like never rains in San Diego apparently.
Just beautiful
weather.
Just
beautiful.
That's like LA and San Diego primetime weather.
Yeah.
Just like the best. Yeah. Even in the Bay up in north, it gets cold at night, but in LA and in San Diego, it's pretty much the best.
Yeah,
like weather.
No, it's beautiful, and you've got the geography and La Jolla and all that, and the cliffs and the mount, and there's it's obviously the one thing. We love our area; it's beautiful, but it is flat. Let's be real.
Right, sure.
So that's one thing California has on us. On this part of Texas,
there's some benefits and some negatives.
Yeah.
Where San Diego has a lot going for it, but there's also a lot here that's going on. They don't have to offer there.
That's true. No, I'm a huge
about the beer,
for our
talking
area.
about space, and talking about there's a lot of things happening. The diversity in Houston.
This is
San Diego can't even offer.
Man, this is the most dynamic area in the country. I've said it before. After 9/11, the Defense Department did this survey and kind of figured out what are the most strategically important communities in America, and the only place that was more important than like Manhattan, New York City, was the Houston area, from the medical center down to the coast, the port. All the petrochemical,
the petrochemical,
like 95% of all the military grade jet fuels processed here. The plants. Some of the things that maybe we don't always enjoy.
You don't even think about.
This area is so dynamic for so many different reasons. It's obviously, like you said, the home of human space flight.
The Houston Ship Channel.
Yeah, we have
99% of oil that gets refined in the U.S. comes through the Houston Ship Channel.
Yeah.
We may not do the most domestic tonnage cargo wise, to L.A., San Francisco, or Miami, but when it comes to oil and gas, there is no a bigger place that it's coming into. It basically all goes through out of Houston. You know what I mean? The crude oil comes into here and then it's processed and it goes from Houston.
And even the container ports. We're actually, and of course, a lot of people don't realize that, we have we have the Houston port, we have the Texas City port, we have the Galveston port. So you combined all those, and all of a sudden we're bigger than Long Beach.
And because it's three different ones.
Yeah, it's three different ports, all in what we call the waterfront capital of Texas.
Yeah, you've got Barber's Cut, you've got the one
Bayport,
Galveston. I was telling
crazy.
Martin about that, just the different ports, because a lot of people say, oh, well, I just see a lot of oil and gas. What about the containers? I'm like, there is many container yards. They bring in a lot of
go up and down 146.
Barber's Cut has a lot of containers.
Yeah, so does Bayport now.
Yeah, it really does.
But Barber's Cut especially, you see, they're stacked. There's mountains of containers over there.
They have mountains over Bayport now,
they
too.
Do now. They do. Yeah, no, this area is so strategically important. Now, the only time that's negative is when maybe you start worrying about, a nuclear war with Russia.
No, and then that's when.
But that's a whole other story. We won't go there.
It's a little bit dicey.
I won't go all conspiracy theory or worried about that stuff. But but this is a very dynamic, diverse, important area. It's it's the most dynamic area in the country. Bottom line, according to the U.S. government itself. So we'll just leave it at that.
No, definitely. Man. So what else are you looking forward to besides, the Texas Outlaw Challenge that's going on?
Yeah, that's coming up in June. Literally, summer's basically officially about to start. I guess we have the holiday on Monday. Schools in this area are letting out tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of school for CCISD.
Summer's out, huh?
So it's summertime. Yeah. Gotta find things to do for the kids. It's a great time, man. It's summer.
Summer is here.
Summer's here.
Exciting. It's I think that COVID's over. It's 2022. It's going to be bigger than ever.
Yeah.
I think the numbers for Galveston are going to be through the roof. There's just going to be a ton of people down there enjoying the beaches, just hanging out, and same thing with this area as well. Kemah, Clear Lake, Seabrook, the whole North Shore, everywhere, League City. I think people are going to be super active. Their boats are going. They're back in the sailing regattas. If you weren't on your boat the last 2 years, you're taking it out now. And a lot of people did take their boat out the last 2 years. So, but now there might actually be boats available. Because if you didn't have a boat before, you couldn't really buy one.
Right. That's right. There's a shortage, right?
Actually buy boats again, so that's amazing. Yeah, so, all right. Well, it looks like we are moving on to the heaviest of heavy beers for the night.
Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA.
New Belgium.
Hazy Imperial IPA.
Yeah, This is an Imperial, so this is actually 9.5%. So we're going to give you a 9.5% for the last 5 minutes of the show.
Out of Fort Collins, Colorado, I believe.
Not 100%. Or not 10, just 9.5. Yeah. Like, he can't do math. Like...
Ooh, man, that's...
Wow. Holy cow. That's,
It's got a lot going on.
That's insane. I gotta say. That's an interesting beer. That is like a... wow. No, I've never had a beer like this.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a... orange.
Yeah, picking up on a lot of different...
a lot of orange, a lot of haze. It's strong, but not overpowering. It's very drinkable. It's refreshing.
No, it is drinkable. Yeah. The alcohol is hidden well.
It's hidden really
well. Which makes it dangerous.
Makes it really dangerous.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's a really refreshing 10% beer.
Now, a lot of people, New Belgium is best known for Fat Tire, right? That was one of the first craft beers that was kind of, nationwide back in the, at least we'll say the 90s and probably even before then. We'll say 90s and early 2000s. And, New Belgium, it's a female-run brewery. I know back... probably about 4 or 5 years ago, it was one of the top 5 or 6 craft breweries in America. I'll be honest, I haven't quite kept up with the production ratings.
They're definitely a big one.
Yeah, no, huge. Great brewery. For a long time they did not do an IPA. They
did not.
Yeah, they did not do an IPA and
or a hazy for sure.
Well, yeah, definitely not a hazy. And that's a whole But IPA is a style that's really kind of. Obviously, when you think of IPAs or pale ales, you think of out of California, Sierra Nevada.
Yeah.
And a lot of breweries didn't do IPAs, but the salespeople from New Belgium, kept coming back, because they were, although they're out of Colorado, they were nationwide, distributed nationally, and their salespeople would come back and say, "Hey, we need to do an IPA. We need to do an IPA." Yeah. So the first IPA they ever did was called Ranger IPA. Yep. And, of course, Ranger was the name of their salespeople. So, because, that kind of shows that the salespeople, this was the beer that the salespeople wanted because they're out there competing in the market.
Right.
And at some point in the mid 2005 through 2010, it became obvious you need to have if you want to compete, you need to have an IPA.
You do.
An Indian Pale Ale. And, and then it's just, and then, but New Belgium's been very flexible. Obviously, They've embraced the whole hazy, the juicy IPAs, and they're competing with everybody now. So that's great,
dude. This has got to be this is like a really good beer.
Yeah,
this is. Solid. I'm putting this up there with Ghost in the Machine.
Boom.
I mean, it's just as strong and smoother, or I mean, maybe it's just as deadly smooth. But yeah, this is an incredible beer.
Well, at 9.5%, it's heavier. I mean, it's got more alcohol than Juice, than Heavy Hands, and a lot of those.
But it's so drinkable.
Yeah,
it's got a refreshing, orange kind of. Yeah, like I can't even explain it.
Yeah, there's an interesting.
It's definitely worth a try, guys.
Sweetness. Yeah. No, it's solid.
That's a solid beer. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this one, but and I had no idea when I got it. It was 9.5, but now I'm like, oh, Juice Force. The guy's wearing a freaking helmet like he's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's like a skeleton wearing a flight suit and a helmet and everything something. Yeah,
it'll take you for a ride.
I guess it's a Voodoo Ranger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. They still embrace the Ranger concept.
Yeah, no, they do.
Yeah. But, nice, man. Good pull.
Interesting. Yeah, might be something I might do again.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man.
Yeah, Texas Outlaw Challenge coming up in June. The Wednesday night sailboat races are ongoing.
Another MotoSurf Texas Cup race happening at Lagomar Lagoon in October.
Okay, I've seen hints about some more this year. Right?
There's been some Easter eggs, So
I've seen those.
Yeah, we're excited about that. And then next year at Moody again. And man, like I said. Maybe you'll see us doing demos or some type of exhibition race at the Outlaw Challenge in like 3 weeks. And then there's a Mexico race in Cancun, a World Cup race coming up in 4 weeks. So we're taking down 2 people from Houston down there to race.
Oh, cool.
That didn't get to race in this one. So, one of our local UTMB doctors. That was our medic for the our official doctor.
Yeah,
for the event.
Yeah.
And so
he was doctor / photographer / drone pilot.
I'm telling you,
competitor. A little,
and he got his hands dirty and helped, set tents up and put cinder blocks in the water and donated his boat. I mean, yeah. So Sean Funston, big shout out to him and. Big shout out to all the sponsors that were involved, and we'll be putting out some posts and some more information on all of them and everything they did for the event as well. So
awesome,
yeah, man, exciting. Well, dude, on that note, I think we'll see you guys next week. I'm super excited to come back live here from the studio, and then start coming to you live from some of these awesome places we keep telling you about, and all these cool people that want to come on the show and have us out there.
And hopefully, if you're still listening, thank you. Hopefully, I think we might have had a little dead time somewhere in there where we had
you might be used to that.
We had a disc error apparently, but I think the stream kept going. So hopefully, I guess we'll find out when we get home and pull it up on all the different platforms and see how it sounds. But thank you very much, and I guess we'll be back next week.
Yeah, we will, man.
All right, cheers, Jordan.
Cheers, brother. All right, see ya.
It's Weekends on the Water.
Thanks for listening to today's show.
The official podcast of the waterfront capital of Texas.
Sponsored by Water. Water. Much better than drinking sand.
Weekends on the Water. Let's make you Weekends on the Water. With Jordan Davlin of Jet Surf Houston and Scene Magazine publisher John Ennis.